Hi, it's Bridget at Above Life Channel. Do you wonder how it is possible that psychics know stuff about you? And let's admit, it seems a little bit creepy, doesn't it? Okay, well, I hope that I can put your fears at rest with this, this video. I can share with you, from my perspective, how psychics know what we know. All right. And first of all, I want to tell you, I want to kind of clear up a myth about psychics, and that is that they know more than you do. Psychics do not know more than you do. They just know things different, perhaps, than maybe you are aware of them. But they do not know more than you. Please know that and recognize that nobody else, no matter what their predictions are or whatever they perceive your future to be, they do not determine your fate. They do not create your destiny. You do. You get to choose. So that's a really important thing I want to share. A psychic does not know more about you than you do. However, with that, why then would people go to psychics? Why does it even matter then? How is that helpful? Okay, so it's helpful in a lot of ways. Just as you would go to other people who are experts or really good at certain things and have them help you, then that's the same way you would go to a psychic. So even if you maybe can fancy your hair or do your hair nice, sometimes on special events, you might go to a hairstylist to have them do it for you, or to do something like, color it or process it or put it up or do something that you need that you wouldn't do yourself because you're not an expert in that. You can DIY it, but you want to go to somebody that kind of, that's professional, that knows what they're doing. Now, that's not to say that you can't do DIY psychic. You totally can. And let's do a video about that. If I forget, put in the comments, DIY psychic video, how you can be your own psychic. Now, getting back to how it works to be psychic and how psychics know about you, well, I can speak for myself in the way that I connect. So this is really important for you to understand. Your soul speaks. You are chatty, chatty, chatty in your spirit. And spirit is an energy. And the energy language is something that someone like me, I'm well versed in. I'm sort of like a translator. Like when you go to another country and you need somebody else to help interpret, and you hire an interpreter, or you have a friend that can speak multiple languages, that's like me. That's what I do. I speak multiple languages, and one is spirit. And that is in the energy of that is in the language of energy. Okay, so how do I know what I know about you? The simple answer is because you tell me. And you're like, well, what do you mean I tell you? I hear your soul, the voice of your soul. Remember, your soul's chatty, chatty, chatty. I listen to your soul voice. And it's easier for me to hear it because I'm not hearing it all the time. I can tap into that channel and channel your spirit. Remember, I channel spirit. Spirit doesn't have to have a body to be channeled, and it doesn't not have to have a body to be channeled. Did I lose you there? You have a spirit. I have a spirit. I channel spirit. I can connect with your spirit, your soul voice. And then I share the dialogue that comes from your spirit. That's how I know stuff about you. That's how I know some of the things you really desire and you dream of that you're not pursuing or doing because you're afraid, or maybe it's not the right time, or you're not sure and you don't have the answers, and you have a lot of thoughts about it in your brain, you process it, but your soul has a lot to share. And your soul is so inspiring and such a cheerleader and an encourager for you, because remember, that soul is connected to all other soul energy, which is light, which is positive, empowerment. It's good stuff. You are good stuff. And so as a psychic, at least in my sessions, when I talk with you, my goal isn't to predict your future. My goal is to help you recognize all these incredible options that you have available to you, to feel into where the energy is most positive, supportive, and attractive for you at the time. Now, your plans can change. Your soul can shift its it's focus. That's normal. It's okay. There's not one right answer. There is not an answer. I want to be so clear. When I do a session with you, whether we're doing, I try to stay away from too much forecasting. However, I want to give you enough information from your soul to encourage you and inspire you to make positive choices, or to affirm the path that you're already on so you feel encouraged, and to keep up your momentum. But there's not an answer. There's never one answer to anything. Not one answer. One answer. Okay? It's about options. Because why? Remember what we talked about in the beginning? Choice. You have choice. A psychic does not determine what you choose, what happens to you, no matter what they say. No matter what they say. Because you are a creator. Your soul has power, and you determine and drive the energy. You choose the energy flow that you choose the energy flow, the path. You choose it, and you can change it over and over and over again. You have that power. Nobody has that power for you. You are a part of God, universe, creator, source. That's what your soul is. And so I listen. I listen to what your soul is telling me, and I say it with you. That's why it sounds familiar. That's why it seems creepy that I know. How does she know that? Plus, I also have some really great guides. Your healing team chats with me. Your spirit guide, who's like your best friend, your soul, knows a lot about you, and they share. And we may have some angels in common, like Archangel Michael, for example, comes around with a lot of people, especially when they're kind of apprehensive about having a session. And my job as a psychic is not to convince you of anything. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You got options. Here's your buffet. You choose. I'm going to encourage you and inspire you and share your soul's wisdom. That's what I do. And my goal is then for you to, again, eventually be your own psychic. Do it yourself, because that's the whole point. You know, you have the wisdom, and I want you to utilize it. And if I can help jumpstart that for you, or if you need a check-in, you know, you're dealing with a lot of stuff and you're just not sure how to manage everything, or stuff's coming at you and you're just overwhelmed by energy, stress of life, and I have been there. I get there at times too. Then you reach out and ask for a session, and we kind of shift some stuff around and shift the energy a little bit and recharge you. That's what happens in session with me. So I hope I've been able to answer how I know what I know in session. And I hope that I've made it very clear that you are the creator of your reality. And my job is just simply to help support you in that creation, to motivate you, to inspire you, and to give you the information from your soul, from your spirit. Your spirit is number one in session. Even if we're doing a mediumship type of a session where we're specifically talking to your father on the other side, or we're specifically connecting with a loved one, even if we're doing that, your soul is number one in the session, and your soul voice is very clear. So even if we have help from the other side in the afterlife, which we do, let's be clear, remember I'm a psychic medium, so I do all that stuff, then you have just a whole bunch of support and really good information, really good insight to then make positive, healthy life choices. This is Bridget with Above